What is going on, you guys? Here we are at our old alma mater of holiday fun and games. So we're up in town visiting and we decided to make a stop by and do locals here one last time. Last time we were here, we didn't do all too hot, but this time we came with a redemptive dream and we came to execute it. So we are playing Regenesis Castira Bestial. This is going to be the first time I've debuted this on this channel. And let me give you a locals recap as we head back to our hotel room, and I will tell you all about what we accomplished here today. So here we are back in our hotel room after our locals. So it's been a year and a half since I've been here, and we decided to catch up with some friends and make some new memories. So we go into our event today with 3 rounds, since it wasn't that big of a turnout, being that it is a semester where there aren't a lot of students up here. So we go into round 1 playing against heroes, a rogue deck versus a rogue deck. But I think after today, our deck that we went in with isn't going to be rogue for much longer. We win the die roll, we go first. Or did we lose that? We lost the die roll and we went second. So he tries to establish his board, but we have the Bestials in hand, we have hand traps, we had the Fualos, we had the Ash, so we were cooking. And that's exactly what we did. We Druist, we Magnuma, and we let the Bestials carry us with the Regenesis engine for an OTK. Game 2, it was the same swift prompt of him going first, and we opened up pretty similar with the Bestials in hand, so we were able to just control with the Bestials. We had, certain points of interaction that we were able to do. We had the Droll, no Fula this time, but we were able to control the tempo and take it back on my turn and just swing for a clap back with Regenesis Lord, because, he's a big 5,000 whopper. We go into round 2 playing against Cyber Dragon. So another rogue deck. He prompts me to go first after he won the die roll. So we go ahead and try and establish a board that's pretty decent. We do have a Bestial in hand. We have the Castira engine online. So we're pretty much set. We have Sage on board. We've got the Birth, the Regenesis Birth, not Castira Birth, because there are 2 Births in this deck. And he opens with Lightning Storm. We let it resolve. I wasn't too hurt losing the back row. We did have Regenesis code, so we were able to use it promptly to just get something on the board. We had the Bestials in hand again, so we were not going to lose, and we didn't. Right as soon as it came back to me, the Regenesis stuff add back to my hand since they were sent to graveyard on his turn, and so we were able to just control it, take it, and sweep. Going to game 2, he does the exact same thing, makes me go first, and we sided in Dragon's Mind and Tickboo, hoping to see him. We never did. But we were able to control the board again with Regenesis and the Castira engine. The Bestials were also mixed in there, which was really nice, and we were able to take it in a 2-0 sweep. We go to the last and final round playing against Drytron. So this is a deck that has gotten support as of late, but it's still considered a rogue just because there are so many hand traps out there that we play that kind of hurt Drytron, Droll being one of them, Graveyard Hate being another. And so he wins the die roll, he goes first, he's establishing his board. We have some of the Bestials to interact, we have a couple hand traps, and we're able to interact, but it's not enough to slow him down. He's able to establish a board. We take it back on the clap, and we just full on Regenesis, just go for an OTK with Regenesis Lord doing a piercing damage since he had put something in defense, and it only had a whopping 0, so we were able to clear that pretty well. We go into game 2. This time he opens up a little bit better. We opened up with a Bestial and an Imperm, and that was it. And so we were able to try and control the tempo off of that, and we took a little bit of a grind game, but we eventually did take it with the Bestial engine really carrying us. It was like very late that we saw the Regenesis engine, and it was just like, all right, Bestials are going to carry us to victory. And that's exactly what they did. We actually used Underworld Moon of the Closed Heaven to go into Underworld Goddess to swing for games, since we did MIB him, and we just wanted to get rid of the Nibiru token and whatever monsters he had. So we were able to do that. Thankfully, Druid's Room was still alive, so we used Druid's to get rid of the token, and then whatever 2 bodies he had, Moon, and then linked it all off. So we were able to take it there for the final bit of damage. So ending it with a 3-0 sweep felt pretty good with Regenesis. Honestly, I think the deck is so good, and it's got a lot of potential depending on what variants you play. I liked mine just because we did have the multiple engines, we did have the different routes, and whatever engine we saw as not fit for that match, we would side out, put in more hand traps, put in board breakers, whatever we needed to just kind of help us push forward. So let me show you the deck profile that we rolled with, and we'll close out the video there. So here is the deck profile that we used. So for our Regenesis engine, we are playing 1 copy of Regenesis Lord, 3 copies of Regenesis Archfiend, 1 Sage, 1 Warrior, and 1 Dragon. I think this is just about as much as you need to play. Lord can be cuttable if you don't like him. There was in my last duel with the Drytron, I had him in starting hand, which kind of sucked, and I wanted to see any of these, or the 1 of 3 copies of Regenesis, you know, 1 of the 2 copies of Code, or 1 Birth. Because if I have the Birth can still get me into my combo, which is really nice. Lord, on the other hand, is one that doesn't. I am thinking about upping Code 2-3 just because it gets you into Regenesis as well. It does lock you out of the extra deck, but we hardly used the extra deck today, so I mean, it wasn't really all that needed. But the Regenesis stuff alone is really good, having that monster balance, that spell trap banish, the Omni negate, as long as you send another Regenesis card. It doesn't say Regenesis monster, it says Regenesis card, which is really neat because you can send any of these, you know, 6 spell traps, you can send any of the monsters. It's really good. And Archfiend as well. It has the effect to add from graveyard or hand, so that's something as well to remember. There are times that like, oh yeah, let me have Archfiend add back something back from my graveyard instead. Came up really clutch because it dodged Droll really easily. And then for the Kashtira engine, we're playing 3 copies of Kashtira Birth, 3 copies of Kashtira Unicorn, 1 Kashtira Birth, and 1 Kashtira Theosis. So I think the Kashtira engine can be arranged differently. I probably would drop 1 Fenrir, so you're playing 2 Fenrir, just because Unicorn is the one you really want to see. Going Unicorn, searching Theosis, Theosis getting Fenrir, and then Fenrir searching Unicorn is really nice, because then you establish your Kashtira engine, and then you can go into Regenesis with it, which is really nice. So that was something that I really loved being able to do. But Fenrir searching Unicorn is also really nice because then Archfiend can reveal the Unicorn, summon itself, and it pops off pretty well. We do play a lot of rank 7s. We do not play 8s, so when we do get locked with Theosis, it's okay. But I mean, again, most of the times we didn't even go into our extra deck, so it was just kind of there. And then for the Bestial engine, we are playing 3 copies of Bestial Libellion, 1 copy of Magnum Hut, 1 Druid's Worm, 2 Baldrake, and 1 copy of Branded Regained. So I definitely loved this engine. Since we played against a lot of decks that were light and dark, this engine really soloed really well. Druid's Worm and Magnum Hut being able to just clear some of the names along with Baldrake. Libellion being able to get into Regained getting me those draws, and summoning back the Bestials was also really, really nice. Being able to just play off of that. This engine paired with the Regenesis I think is really awesome, just because it does give you a lot of advantage. Magnum also can search the Regenesis Dragon, which is really nice. So there's also that to consider. And then the rest is non-engine, so we are playing 3 copies of Milcharming Fuelos, 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Droll, and 3 copies of Imperm. So I think these are really solid hand traps, especially since Fuelos was reprinted. It is relatively budget, which is awesome. But if you can't afford like any of the other engines, whether it's the Bestials, the Regenesis, or the Kashtira engine, because you want to play with the Regenesis, of course, you can just sub out the Bestial or the Kashtira engine for more hand traps or board breakers, whichever one floats your boat. And then to the extra deck that we hardly used, we were playing 1 copy of Sword Soul Spring Sovereign Shengying and 1 Jurishin, the Cursed Thunder God, just because Ash is a normal summon tuner. And you can go into these since we do play 7s and 8s. Never came up though, but they were there. for rank 7s, we are playing 1 number 11 Big Eye, 1 Mega Phantom Beast Draco Sack, 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal, 2 Dark Arm the Dragon Annihilation, 1 Typhon, and 1 Zeus. We did make Typhon against the Drytron players. I mean, I guess Typhon did come up. But as for the rest of things, we did play 1 copy of IP, 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 SP, 1 Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, 1 Access Code, and 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. So I like Blackluster Soldier because it is a niche, big boss that your opponent has to deal with. Because you just make it with any of your monsters, of course, and since they're all level 7 or higher, he is, you know, cannot be targeted with card effects, cannot be destroyed by card effects. So I mean, it's really good. And then you just swing, make him gain 15. So he's a 4,500k beat stick that even Access Code can't tower over, unless of course they make it with a higher link. But you just keep doing that, and he's, you know, pretty much, it's hard to get around. But whether the duels last that long, probably not. And that is it for the extra deck. Onto our side deck, which has a lot of cool enhancements that we had for it. So for some more hand traps, we are playing 3 copies of Nibiru the Primal Being, 3 Mulcharmy Perulia. Perulia definitely is the breaker of this deck because it is very expensive, but you can put it in something else. And then we decided to play 3 copies of Chaos Hunter, because guess what? Chaos Hunter is 2,500 attack. So you can reveal it off of for Regenesis Archfiend, which is really nice. As well, Chaos Hunter did shut down the plays against the hero player. This also shuts down Malice while serving as a threat. So I mean, it's just really good overall. And then for last, we played 3 copies of Evenly Matched, True Dragon's Mind, and 1 There Can Be Only One. I think Dragon's Mind was a really good option to play in this deck. Never saw it alongside Tick Boo, but these we did see. So I mean, they were just there if we needed it. Honestly, I love this deck. There are definitely things that we might change in the long run for it, but as it is, I think it plays really well. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of this Regenesis Bestial Kashtira deck. But other than that, I'll pass it over to you.